All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. Ooh. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Murray now on first down. This complete to Lockett. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 48-yard punt, 7.
No, not.
On the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. Getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Bigger play than you got down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 24 is the mic. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. 24 is the mic.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Watch the pass. Check, check.
On 2nd down now, it's Love, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. And an alley to run. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that is incomplete here.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Throwing is Jackson.
There we go, Allen.
Nowhere
There
to
we
escape,
go.
and he goes
There
down.
we go.
Josh Allen in there to get him.
got a
Sack
field goal
number
range, too.
14 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and max protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen.
There we go. Got some
10
breathing
yards
room.
there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Murray.
Damn, I didn't even see that until
intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And they're going to take over
tried
at the
it, man.
22-yard line.
I feel like it gives me a whole bunch of shit, man. We had to talk so much shit about one thing.
On first down, here's Love.
Good job.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We're scoreless after 1.
It's been a boring ass game. Shout out to whoever's watching.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Oh.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Quick dash. Come. 36.
On 2nd down, Love. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Love. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And his kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to get put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I got myself frustrated.
They'll run on first down. Love. And an alley to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defense, let's go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 20, 25, check 25.
On the carry, it's Love. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
We got 4.
From the gun, Jackson.
You're kidding me, right?
He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Bucky Hodges.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
You gotta keep turning the ball over to those super chicks.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he completes it to Cohen. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now they'll run it with Cohen.
I'm trying to cut back.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football.
Just trying to get something.
These short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Excuse me. It's not nasty.
Ready? He's coming. Check 1.
First down, a run with Cohen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
So we got man. SOS. Come on out here. Come get it.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He can, oh, now Murray has it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 40, the 30, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Good job.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And again, it's no good. A few boo-birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away.
That right there was a fucking ball don't lie type moment, bro.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Shit is free, man.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
That was some bullshit. But I did it to myself, man. I did it to myself. Just with the initial play, try to get yards. Even
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Going to give it to Love. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Bryce Love with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded as a chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Niggas just don't be blocking like that, bro. I don't understand it. I don't know how to get it right or get it in order or whatever. But people be having good extra times on there.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray, it's caught. Block it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
The field goal, then it's 3 touchdowns.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
But I got to get 14 seconds. That's not a lot of time. Not a lot of time at all.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Oh, this has some potential.
Murray again, 2nd and 10.
Throw the ball away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Pass the ball too much, bro.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act.
I got scored 24 points to tie the game.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Oh, we hope so. We don't know, man. We don't know.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
How they're playing and shit, bro. It's not right.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
The third or fourth.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterbacks.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And going deep for Hill.
Oh,
and it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Right there too.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Oh, my Jesus.
His 17th touchdown now on the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well,
Point after cluster right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A worst case. No, that was worse.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Ugly ever since. Because he went back and scored on it. Yeah, so I think it's
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Did he really switch J.J. Watt?
Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before.
Also, why you always watch my shit, CT? Goddamn,
time, and now it's fourth down.
Also, who else is watching?
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there.
I just realized that.
You're counting on your
But yo,
offensive
J.J.
line
Watt,
to take
when he
control
first
of
got
the
that
line of
sack,
scrimmage.
was on the right
that
side
didn't
of
happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Now he's on, because I switched him, I put Tyron Smith on that side. And then he switched to put his D-line on that side. I mean, he switched to put J.J. Watt on the opposite side. I was like, bro, what?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You have two big roll motion.
24 is the mic. Here we go, D.
Jackson. It's Hill.
Bro, he's not going to hold on to
that. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
God damn, that was perfect.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
24 is the mic. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. 24 is the mic. Yo. Hot seven. Yo.
Oh, these audibles.
Jackson from the shotgun.
And I just got stuck in it.
Throw left side complete. It's Love. And
That's
all the way
wild.
inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
On 1st down, it's Love. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On third down, Jags.
Oh my gosh.
That's giant touchdown.
I was trying to get to
with his second touchdown of the game,
right
fourth
there,
of the
bro.
year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I just want to let my defense play. Well, now it's over, but yeah. That's crazy. I don't know when the last time.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Just lost a lot. I'm really upset. Oh man.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. The Chiefs have added on. They're pulling away in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
He's coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel.
Damn,
and out across midfield down to the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 1st down, Murray.
Bro!
And it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jared McKinnon there.
I really thought
that'll bring
I
up
was
second
going
down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. This is really no dice this go around. He's hit.
Crazy, bro.
Behind the line and taken down.
Let's go now. Not the flag. He's coming. Check in. I got
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Jaguars on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson.
I've been playing pretty stupid. Been playing pretty stupid.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
I don't know what it is with me.
Here comes Cohen.
Just like, I don't know. I just be doing stupid shit.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So, yeah, just been bad.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run. This is Cohen. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
First pick
they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
We definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Almost ran out into the house.
Throwing on first down. Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field.
Thought it couldn't get worse.
And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jerick McKinnon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Found his target, it's Anderson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Steps and a big loss here as he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Switch up, switch up. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
2nd down, McKinnon. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's our time. It's our time.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Oh, man.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Flushed out right. And incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Check 24, check 24.
To throw again is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Ready? You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points,